Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Skunk River Radio is a brand new online radio station playing country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen right now at skunkriverradio.com. Plus, the Skunk River Radio app will soon be available at Google Play and the Apple Store. Also coming soon, Skunk River Radio will be available on Alexa and Google Assistant. And starting on Monday, June 9th, you'll be able to listen to me, Steve Shuttler, from 6 a.m. to noon, and Neil the Hayes Crott from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, a division of Shuttler Media, LLC. And welcome into high school softball here, or baseball, I should say, here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube, and also on Skunk River Radio Facebook. My name is Steve Shuttler with not much of a voice again tonight. We do have Josh Clubb doing the play-by-play for tonight's game, North Mahaska and HLVTC in high school baseball. It's a windy and hot night here in New Sharon, and we do thank all of our sponsors, including Oski Dental, also Kelly Style at State Farm, First State Bank, Proline Building Company, Memories Travel by Jess, and Mahaska Drug. I'm going to turn it over to Josh. I think we're going to get our starting lineups and maybe the national anthem coming up. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, just starting lineups now out on the field. I'll go through them here momentarily, but the Warriors come in at 3-7 on the season. North Mahaska at 8-7. Both teams obviously compete in the South Iowa Cedar League as conference play is winding down, and we're getting closer and closer to the postseason. Postseason brackets for baseball were released earlier this week. We'll go through those as the night progresses as well. North Mahaska currently sitting in fourth in the South Iowa Cedar League standings with a record of 8-4 and 8-7 overall. HLVTC near the bottom at a 3-7 record. Just they're ahead of Colfax Mingo and English Valley. 3-7 conference record and overall is where they stand. For this one tonight, we have, as the switch is back over here on me, Warriors led by Keegan Gorsh as for hitting. 11 hits, batting .324, 8 runs scored, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 stolen bases. Dane Van Mersbergen is the hits leader for the Warhawks with 21 hits, batting .396, 15 runs, 16 RBIs, 4 doubles, a triple, and 5 stolen bases. The RBI leader is Van Mersbergen with those 16. Gorsh's 9 lead the Warriors as well. Jack Kelderman is the wins leader. He's got the nod tonight on the hill. He's got 3 wins, 22 innings pitched, an ERA of 5.73. Briar Jack, a sophomore, has got 1 win, 13 innings pitched, and an ERA of 8.08. So both aces for these two teams pitching tonight. Excuse me, check that. It is actually Keegan Gorsh throwing for the Warriors tonight, as they're getting ready for the national anthem. After the national anthem, during the warm-up pitches, I will go through the starting lineups for these two teams as they finish that out on the field. Most recently, HLV lost to Keota 7-1, and North Mahaska last night lost to Linville Sully 16-0, as it is time for the national anthem. And that was the national anthem played on the field as we are set to get going here. Of course, HLVTC, the visiting team here, will bat first. Their batting order will be number 3, Briar Jack, who is catching. Then you got batting second is Levi Molnix playing third base. Batting third, Peyton Roth at shortstop. Batting fourth, Keegan Gorsh at pitcher. Batting fifth is Kale Weiskopf at center field. Batting sixth is Landon Akram in left field. Batting seventh is Tristan Perkel in right field. Batting eighth is Sean McCulloch. He is playing second base. And batting ninth is number 24, Lance Milton, who is playing first base. The Warhawks will send Kelderman to the mound, Groom behind the plate, Meeland at third, Nunakoven at short, Guma at second, Vanderveer playing first base but not batting tonight, and then Boonders in left, Van Mersbergen in center, and Wernley in right. Go through the North Mahaska batting order here when they get up the bottom half of this inning. Kelderman throwing his final warm-ups on this really wet start to the day, and then the south wind kicked in and blew the heat and humidity into the area. If you're not outside and you're inside in the air conditioning, that's a good place to be, because it's just not a good feeling outside. Very, very, very humid.
It's one of those nights where we were talking earlier, our papers that we have stuff written down on, you can feel the moisture.
Yeah.
The papers are just kind of wet.
Yes, my pencil was actually poking through, and I was ripping the page. So should mean the ball should carry though. But the wind is blowing straight out of the south, which is in and left field here at the Diamond. As Briar Jack steps in, Kelderman's going to fire the first pitch of the game, and it swung on and popped straight up. Nunakoven making the call, coming in, waiting for this to come down. Finally it does, and he makes the grab for the first out. One pitch, one out for the Warhawks, and that'll bring up Levi Molnix.
Now batting number 1, Levi Molnix.
Molnix is an average of .310 this season, .487 on base percentage, 29 at bats. He's got 9 hits, 7 singles, 2 doubles. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Molnix playing third base for the Warriors. This pitch is swung on and chopped out to center field. Nunakoven going behind second base to make the grab in shallow center for the second out. So Kelderman, 3 pitches into this one, has 2 outs. Now he'll deal with the third batter, number 3 hitter, number 2 Peyton Roth, the shortstop for the Warriors. Roth's batting .280 with a .526 on base percentage. Gets the rest of his stats after this first pitch from Kelderman. In there, called strike 1. The 0-1 bounces at home for ball 1, so 1-1. Roth has walked 12 times, hit by a pitch twice. This pitch is in the dirt. Ball 2. 25 at bats. So plate appearances would be just over 40, or just under 40, excuse me. My math's not very good. He scored 14 times, 7 hits, 5 singles, 1 double, and 1 home run. This pitch is low and wet. No, called a strike. Strike 2. The 2-2. Cut on a miss for strike 3. Kelderman got him with the breaking pitch. And the Warriors go down in order. And we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Due up for the Warhawks will be Nunakoven, Ferguson, and Kelderman.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we thank all of our sponsors for being on board here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio for North Mahaska baseball and softball this summer. We've got North Mahaska HLVTC in the bottom of the first. Josh Clubb with the play-by-play.
Keegan Gorsh, the junior, will get the nod. His first few warm-up pitches really having trouble finding the plate. The last couple, though, he's dialed it in and ready to face these Warhawks. And I think, Steve, I think you and I have determined that the North Mahaska Warhawks baseball team has got the best in-between inning music.
Yes, by far. They get my vote.
Yeah. A lot of the softball games, it's more poppy, more current poppy stuff. But North Mahaska,
Now batting number 5.
a lot of that 70s, 80s, early 90s rock in between innings. There they had playing Kick Stop My Heart, and Nunnakoven comes to the plate. Go Nunnakoven, Ferguson, Kelderman, Van Mersbergen, Wernley, Boonder, Meelan, Groom, then Gumont. First pitch hits Nunnakoven. That's right where Gorsh was missing in his warm-ups. He was missing in the right-handed batter's box, and he does there. Hits Nunnakoven in the back. He's fine, jogs down to first. First base runner of the game is Lucas Nunnakoven. And that'll bring number 11, Tyson Ferguson, the DHing for Vanderveer, who's playing first base. Pitch is high, ball one. Check on Nunnakoven over at first, and actually that play was pretty close. Lucas didn't react instantly to the pickoff attempt from Gorsh. The 1-0. Swung on and chopped at a high one, foul out of play. Strike one. And Steve's, that hit somebody's car.
Well, I know we parked in the safe spots.
I don't know about that. Here's a pitch. It's high. Nunnakoven takes off, pitches a ball, and they missed the tag on Nunnakoven. They had him beat, but the throw went up in the air, pulled Roth. Roth had to jump and tried to get Nunnakoven as he ran by and couldn't, so stolen base for Lucas. Count is 2-1 to Ferguson. Gorsh fires, pitch is swung on a miss for strike two. Ferguson, the one he fouled off was way elevated in the zone, up above his head. That pitch missed way outside. Here's the 2-2. Gorsh swung on a miss. The ball's dropped, and they tag him out for the first out. And that'll bring up Kelderman, the pitcher. So early pitcher's duel. Kelderman bats from the left side. He'll dig in. Gorsh yet to really get a pitch in the strike zone, so he does have a strikeout. This pitch called strike one. There he finds the zone. Kind of high and outside, but just enough. In the zone, just enough to get the call. This is outside, and Kelderman chases for strike two. So 0-2 to Kelderman. We're in the bottom of the first inning with one out. Lucas Nunnakoven reached via the hit by pitch. He stands at second. The 0-2 to Kelderman is way outside. Breaking pitch did not cut in. Ball one. The 1-2 is swung on a miss for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Dane Van Mersbergen.
Now batting number 8, Dane Van Mersbergen.
First pitch to him is swung on a miss for strike 1. Got him to chase a breaking pitch. Dane playing in center field, as usual. Batting .396 on the year, .450 on base percentage. This pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2. .21 hits, 16 singles, 4 doubles, a triple, no home runs. This pitch is called strike 3, and Mersbergen goes down looking for the third out. So we will head to the second inning. Due up for the Warriors will be Gorsch, Weiskopf, and Ankrum.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust.
All right, we thank all of our sponsors on board for North Mahaska baseball and softball coverage here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. We go to the top of the second.
That'll bring up Keegan Gorsch, the pitcher tonight. He was able to strike out Kelderman in the last innings. Let's see if Kelderman can return the favor. First pitch is swung on and hit out to center field, drifting away from Van Mersbergen, giving a chase and making the leaping grab in right center field. Great play there by Van Mersbergen. And the first out. I'll bring up Cale Weiskopf.
Batting number 8, Cale Weiskopf.
First pitch to him is swung on, and this is in for a single out to right center field. He'll stop at first, flipping it in. Wernley gets to the gap to keep it as a single. So the Warriors have their first base runner of the night.
Now batting number 16, Landon.
And that'll bring up Landon Ankrum, left fielder for the Warriors. Quick check over to first on Weiskopf. He's back safely. Throw from Vanderveer back to Kelderman was nearly overthrown. Pitch is high. Kind of a pitch out. They go down, try to get the runner, and Nunnekoven can't handle the throw. Nice throw by Groom down to second, but Nunnekoven was almost late to get there. The pitch was a ball. And Weiskopf will get a stolen base. Runner on second. One out. Pitch is outside. Ball two. Never mind, it's a called strike. They're saying he went. That evens the count at 1-1. Pitch is fouled back to the net for strike two. 1-2 to Ankrum. And Kelderman with 1-2 count has his full arsenal to deal with. See what he goes with here. Catcher sets up outside. They throw it low and away. Good block by Groom. Keep Weiskopf at second. The 2-2 to Ankrum is swung on a miss for strike three. And the second out. Second strikeout by Kelderman.
Now
That brings up the right fielder, Tristan Perkle. Left-handed batter. Pitch is low, ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and popped up and out of play for strike 1. As all that wind that was around earlier, Steve, has gone away, or at least we're blocked by it in the press box here, and I'm sitting here not doing anything, sweating.
I'm using you as my sunblock.
Okay.
I'm just leaning back.
I cast such a big shadow. Here's the pitch. It's high. For ball 2. 2-1. 2 Perkle. 2 outs. Runner at second. In the top of this second inning. Still scoreless. Skelderman from the stretch fires. This is outside. Ball 3. 3-1 now to Ankrum. Pitches right down Broadway for strike 2. So full count with 2 outs. Battle between Perkle and Kelderman. The pitch is outside, walks him. That'll have runners at first and second now with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the 8-hitter Sean McCulloch, second baseman for the Warriors.
Number 11, Sean McCullough.
Pitch is called, strike 1, catches the outside corner. Pitch just missed somewhere for ball 1. Umpire even stayed down in his stance for a moment. 1-1 outside, ball 2. The 2-1-2 McCulloch. Low, no, called strike 2. 2-2 now. Pitch is swung on a miss for strike 3. And that will do it for the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom. Due up for the Warhawks will be Wernley, Boonder, and Mealand.
Skunk River Radio is a brand new online radio station playing country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen right now at skunkriverradio.com. Plus, the Skunk River Radio app will soon be available at Google Play and the Apple Store. Also coming soon, Skunk River Radio will be available on Alexa and Google Assistant. And starting on Monday, June 9th, you'll be able to listen to me, Steve Shetler, from 6 a.m. to noon, and Neil the Hayes Crott from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, a division of Shetler Media, LLC. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
All right, we're going to the bottom of the second in New Sharon tonight, North Mahaska and HLVTC baseball.
Scoreless here as we start the bottom of the second inning. Wernley, the right fielder, will come in, try to get the Warhawks started. HLV last inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. Kelderman had 2 strikeouts through 18 pitches for a pitch count of 26 on the night. In the first inning, the Warriors, Gorsh had 1 walk, 3 strikeouts through 13 pitches total. Warriors stranded 2 in that last inning. Warhawks stranded just 1. Pitch, Wernley shows bunt, popped up. Catcher couldn't find it. Would have possibly had a play on it. Nonetheless, strike 1. So Warnley will come back up. Showed bunt early and just kept it out there. HLV didn't react. Pitch high for ball one. The 1-1 to Warnley. Called strike two, inner half. Pitch looked to be very much inside, but umpire gave Gorsh the call. This pitch is low in the zone. Called a ball. 2-2 now. A lot of cheering just happening over there at the softball diamond. Cannot see the scoreboard from here. Here's the 2-2. This is inside. For ball three, so count is full for Hunter Warnley. Gorsh winds and delivers the payoff pitch. Swung on and popped up to the shortstop. Settling under it, making the grab is Roth for the first out. I had to wait for the players to react there because I did not see that ball go up in the air. Didn't go too far from the shortstop's position for Roth to make an easy grab. That brings up Boonder. First pitch to him is well outside for ball one. Almost slipped out of Gorsh's hand there. The 1-0. Called strike one. Boonder out in left field. The 1-1 from Gorsh is swung on and grounded foul down the third base line for strike two. 1-2. Now Boonder, the sixth hitter in the Warhawks lineup. Gorsh winds and delivers. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 10.
Fourth strikeout for Gorsh, and that brings up number 10, Milan. Dylan Milan, a junior on this Warhawk baseball team. This pitch is swung on and missed. Got him to chase a breaking pitch outside for strike one. The 0-1 is high, ball one. Umpire froze again there for a second, wondering if he was going to call that one. It was close, missed a little bit upstairs. 1-1 is low, off the foot of the catcher to the backstop. Ball two. 2-1 now to Milan. 2 outs, batting in the 7th spot. Warhawks' lone base runner was Lucas Nunnikoven in the first. He got there in the first pitch of the game by getting hit in the back. Warnley was the first Warhawk to put the ball into play. And here's the pitch. Called. Strike two. Be a 2-2 now to Milan. Gorsh winds and delivers. The pitch is called strike three. And Milan goes down looking for the third out. So the Warhawks go in order. And we'll head to the third inning. Due up for the Warriors are 9-1-2 in Milton, Jack, and Mullnix.
See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
And we thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio for supporting North Mahaska baseball and softball this summer as we go to the top of the third with North Mahaska and HLVTC. Should mention, Josh, that tomorrow morning it's been confirmed that North Mahaska baseball coach Kelderman and some of the players will be on tomorrow morning's sports section, easy for me to say, on Steve Shetler Media. So tune in for that at 8 a.m.
Lance Milton leading off the third inning for the Warriors. Looks at the first strike go by from Kelderman. Kelderman winds and delivers, though, one. Called strike two. Gorsh and the Warriors, the Warhawks, no hits, no walks, no runs. 2 strikeouts. 15 pitches thrown for a total of 28 for Gorsh. Kelderman throws it away there for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Milton. Swung on a miss for strike 3 and the first out of the inning. So both the pitchers pretty even on the pitch count. Kelderman started this inning with 26. Gorsh finished his second inning working with 28. And that'll send us back to the top of the order to Briar Jack. He popped up to Lucas Nunnekoven in the first pitch of the game. The pitch is breaking pitch, misses high and away for ball 1. This pitch is low and gets past the catcher, but no one on base and nothing to hurt. 2-0 to Briar Jack. This pitch is swung on and hit out to right center field, drifting towards the right fielder and making the grab. Wernley is there for the second out. That ball looked like it was going to be in the gap at first, but as it got up in the air, it had a lot of spin on it and spun right into the glove of Wernley. It's 2 outs, and that'll bring up number 2 hitter Levi Molnix, third baseman. First pitch to him is a breaking pitch that doesn't get all the way down for ball 1. Molnix popped up just beyond second base, straightaway center last in his last at bat. Nunnekoven ran over and made the grab. Here's the pitch. This is swung on, and this looks like it's going to... No, Boonder comes in and makes the grab on the liner that looked like a base hit. Great play in left field. And the Warriors go down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Due up for the Warhawksers. 8-9-1 in Groom, Gumont, and Nunnekoven.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010.
All right, we are back here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio social media. Going to the bottom of the third. This game is zooming by, Josh. Not a whole lot happening offensively. 0-0, North Mahaska HLVTC baseball.
Yeah, the Warhawks shut down the Warriors there. No hits, no runs, no errors. 1 strikeout, 9 pitches thrown, 35 total for Kelderman after 3 innings of work. Bottom of the third, and Ryan Groom will get his first at-bat of the game, batting in the 8th spot tonight. His pitch misses inside for ball 1. Warhawks went down in order the last time up. This pitch is cut in there for a strike. Gorsh almost threw that one sidearm. This is slapped to the right side. Pitcher fields it. Gorsh flips it over to first in time for the first out. So Groom, almost a check swing on that one.
Now batting number 4.
Basically did the same thing as a bunt. Charlie Gumont, second baseman, comes in for his first at bat. It's just a second ball that's been put in play in fair territory for the Warhawks. Gumont shows a bunt and does lay down a bunt. It's a good looking bunt. Catcher fields it, fires over to first in time for the second out. So, Warhawks tried the small ball, doesn't work. That moves him back to the top of the order in Lucas Nunakoven. He only saw 1 pitch in his first at bat of the game, and he was hitting the back, so we'll see what he can do. If he can get more than 1 here. Of course, Wines back to over the top there. Pitch misses for a ball. Against Groom and Gumont, Gorsh was throwing sidearm. Now more back over the top. This is a sidearm breaking pitch inside, ball 2. I'm sure the Warhawk batter is quickly going to pick up on that the sidearm pitches are breaking pitches. Here is the 2-0. This is over the top, fastball, 2-seamer, called strike. 2-1. To the shortstop, Nunakoven. He's got 2 putouts in this one, the first 2 outs of the game. This pitch is swung on and chopped to third baseman. Fires over to first. Throw was low, scooped out of there by Milton in the 3rd out of the inning. So we will head to the 4th inning now. Due up for the Warriors will be Roth, Gorsh, and Weiskopf.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we go to the top of the fourth. North Mahaska HLVTC baseball is scoreless. Again, we're in New Sharon tonight. A warm, kind of breezy night off and on tonight. But, yeah, it's one of those nights where you don't necessarily want to be sitting out in this weather unless you have to.
Yeah, absolutely. And these two baseball teams are trying to make it a short go of it as we are quickly into the fourth inning. Peyton Roth will dig in for the Warriors. First pitch is outside, ball one. Complete 3 innings in 35 minutes, less than 10 minutes an inning. It's pretty good pace for baseball. This pitch is swung on a miss for strike one. Actually getting a few messages, Steve, about checking on the score of the softball game. There's kind of a lot at stake with the Warriors and Warhawks in softball. This pitch is outside.
I can run over there if you want me to.
Why don't you run over there?
All right.
I'll hold this fort down. If we get in between innings, I'll just ramble on about something unrelated. This pitch is swung on and missed. 2-2. To Roth. He struck out with a full count his first at bat. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And first batter is retired for Kelderman. Both these pitchers as well. Very low pitch counts
Now batting number 9.
here in the fourth.
Gorsh.
6 pitch at bat there is only the second time in a bat's taken 6 pitches for Kelderman. Keegan Gorsh, the pitcher, swings on the first pitch, grounds it softly to Vanderveer at first. He fields it, steps on the bag for the second out. So the rapid pace continues. 2 outs to start this fourth inning. And
Now batting number 8, Kale Weiskopf.
Kale Weiskopf digs in. He has got the lone hit of the ball game. First pitch to him is a breaking pitch. Lots of break there. And he gets the call for strike one. The 0-1 gets him to chase a breaking pitch outside for ball or strike two. So an 0-2 to Weiskopf. The pitch is swung on and looped over to Nanakoven at short. Makes the grab for the third out. And the Warriors go down in order. That'll do up for the Warhawks. Will be Ferguson, Kelderman, and Van Mersbergen.
And we'll throw in the score of the softball game. It's in the fourth inning, and HLVTC is leading North Mahaska 3-1. So fourth inning in softball game, 3-1 HLVTC.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust.
And we thank all of our sponsors for being on board for North Mahaska baseball and softball. Again, this game for baseball going by pretty darn quick. Not much offense. Bottom of the fourth, 0-0. And as I mentioned right before the break, over on the softball field, we've got a fourth inning score with HLV TC leading North Mahaska 3-1.
Now batting number 11.
Yeah, it's not too often that the baseball game and softball game keep pace with each other, but bottom of the fourth here as well. Ferguson digs in. He struck out in his first at-bat. Chased pitches all over the zone in that at-bat. The first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Ferguson actually hit one above his head foul and then chopped at one in the dirt in that at-bat before swinging and missing for the third strike. This pitch is swung on, and this is hit softly to the shortstop, fielding it, firing over, and Ferguson beats it. No. Tough call there, as it looked like Ferguson had beat that out, but they side with the Warriors, and it's just a 6-3 ground out for the first out, and that'll bring up Jack Kelderman. Kelderman threw 9 pitches in that last inning. He's got a pitch count of 44 on the night through 4 innings of work. This pitch is swung on a miss for strike one. Gorsh started this inning with 36. Oh-1 from Gorsh to Kelderman. Swung on and chopped down the first base line, but foul for strike two. It'll be an 0-2 count, scoreless in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kelderman batting in the 3 spot, Dane Van Mersbergen, if Kelderman can find a way on. No, Van Mersbergen will bat. Excuse me, there is only 1 out. The 0-2 to Kelderman misses outside. 1-2. The 1-2 is outside. Ball 2. So in 2-2 now to Kelderman between Gorsh. Started the at-bat 0-2. It's now even. Pitch misses. Full count. The payoff pitch is swung on, hit right back at the pitcher, and finds its way into center field. Gorsh nearly avoids disaster as Kelderman picks up the single.
Now batting number 8, Dan Van Mersbergen.
And that is the first hit for the Warhawks. Actually, were no hit last night against Linville Sullies, so 7 innings there, and we're in the bottom of the 4th, and that's their first base hit. Only second base runner of the game. And Van Mersbergen steps in with 1 out. First pitch misses high and away for ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and chopped to the shortstop. Fielded. They're going to get the out at 2, and does not make the throw to try to turn 2. Be the second out of the inning.
Hunter Worthington.
And Hunter Warnley will step in. He popped up to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning. Kelderman remains at first. Low and away for ball 1. Or excuse me, not Kelderman, Van Mersbergen. Kelderman was put out on the force. It's a 1-0 count to Wernley. The pitch swung on and chopped to the shortstop. Fielded by Roth. Throws to second to get the easy out for the 3rd out of the inning. And that'll send us to the 5th. Due up for the Warriors will be Ankrum, Perkle, and McCulloch.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
And we do thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio for being on board for North Mahaska baseball and softball. Top of the fifth. No score, North Mahaska HLVTC.
Landon Ankrum steps in. He struck out his first time up. Joe Diffie in between innings there. Something you can hear on Skunk River Radio. This pitch hits Ankrum. Sends him down to first. So, Kelderman loses grip there, and I'm sure it's tough to keep a grip on the ball on this very humid summer night. There's a throw over at first. It goes over the head of Vanderveer, so Ankrum's going to get to second. Kelderman's thrown 2 balls and 2 mistakes. One hit Ankrum. The other one goes over the head of the first baseman, Vanderveer. With 2 throws by Kelderman, 1 pitch and 1 pickoff attempt. Ankrum is at second. Outside ball 1 to Perkle. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Perkle walked his first time at bat. It was in the second inning. This is outside. Ball 2. 2-1 now to the 7th hitter, Tristan Perkle. No one out, runner at second. Outside, ball 3. Both teams have had a runner at second with no outs in this one, but have not been able to advance them any further than that. Called strike 2. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is foul tipped into the dirt. Keep the at-bat alive. And they'll try to pay off again from Kelderman. This is called strike 3. Gets him looking for the first out. That'll bring up Sean McCulloch, second baseman.
Sean McCulloch.
He struck out in his first at bat. First pitch is breaking pitch, popped up and backing out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Ball 1. Kelderman deals the 1-1. This misses way outside. Runner's going to be able to go as the catcher Groom could not hang on. And Ankrum moves up to third. So it'll be a 2-1 count to McCulloch and a runner at third with no one out, or with 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Two-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Got him to chase one outside. Kelderman with 6 strikeouts on the night so far. He's got a 1-2 count on McCulloch. This pitch is swung on a miss for strike 3 and the 7th strikeout for Kelderman. Gives Warhawks 2 outs. Due up as the 9th hitter, Lance Milton.
Lance Milton.
Milton Struck out in 4 pitches in his last at bat. Runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and chopped softly down the third base line and drifts foul. And I think if the catcher Groom could have got there in time to field it fair, he would have there because Milton did not take off running. Very delayed reaction. So an 0-1 now to Milton. The 0-1 outside. Ball 1. Throw down to third is not in time. Mealand had to be acrobatic to keep that one. This pitch is outside. Ball 2. 2-1 to Milton, 2 outs. Runner at third. And the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 is called strike 2. Evens it at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gelderman comes set and fires. This pitch is roped out to right field. Wernley settling underneath it and making the grab for the 3rd out. So nothing doing here. In the top of the 5th, we'll head to the bottom. Due up for the Warhawks will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, and Boonder, Meelan, and Groom.
See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
And we thank our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio for their support of North Mahaska baseball and softball coverage. Bottom of the 5th, we're still scoreless, 0-0 North Mahaska HLVTC. And Josh Clubb has the call of the game.
And we'll start with the 6-hitter Boonder for the Warhawks. Kelderman for 16 pitches in that half inning. Total of 60 on the night after 5. First pitch is swung on a miss for strike 1 to Boonder. The 0-1 swung on and chopped down the third base line foul. Strike 2. The 0-2 count to Boonder. Gorsh winds and delivers. Misses outside for ball 1. Gorsh started this inning with 48 pitches. Very much. Can't tell by the scoreboard, but very much a pitcher's duel. This pitch cuts in there for strike 3. And you got Boonder looking for the first out. And that'll bring up Meelan. Meelan struck out looking his first time up. That is the 6th strikeout for Gorsh. So Meelan digs in. This is a breaking pitch that cuts in there but just misses for ball 1. The pitch is outside. 1-1, or 2-0, excuse me. Still thinking that first pitch from Gorsh definitely looked. It was close. The 2-0 called strike one. Two and one now to Dylan Meelan. Swung on a miss for strike two, 2-2. Two to Dylan Meelan with one out. The pitch is high and away. Ball three. Works count full. Gorsh gets the signal, winds and delivers a payoff pitch. This is swung on and popped up to the right side. Giving chase is the right fielder Perkle, and I can't see what happened. I'm guessing that he did not catch up to it. It landed in foul territory. Perkle unable to chase it down, so the bat will stay alive. 3-2 count. On Meelan. Gorsh winds and delivers. This pitch is fouled back to the fence. Good battle here between Dylan Meelan and Keegan Gorsh. Be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Very, very quiet crowd tonight. This pitch misses. He walks him in 8 pitches. One out, and that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Ryan Groom, the catcher for these Warhawks.
Now batting number 25, Ryan Groom.
Groom grounded out to the shortstop, Roth, in his first at bat. Here he shows bunt, pulls it back for ball one. See if he's really attempting to bunt or if trying to advance Meelan up to second. Meelan not much of a lead. Groom shows bunt again, pulls it back on an outside pitch for ball two. 2-0 now to Groom. With one out. Meelan stands at first. Not a big lead. Groom shows bunt, then slaps it to the shortstop in the hole. It's a slow roller. Roth fires it over to first. It's not going to be in time. That is an infield single for Ryan Groom. And the Warhawks with one out have runners at first and second.
Now batting number 4, Charlie Gumont.
And Charlie Gumont, the number 9 hitter, due up. That ball was hit at the perfect spot after showing bunt, basically slug bunting. Pulled it back and roped it past dribbled it past the third baseman, but too deep for the shortstop. Here's a grounder to the shortstop. They're going to throw it to third. No, he loses a handle on it and throws it away anyway, so bases will be loaded. As Roth fielded that and was looking to go 3, but could not get the ball out of his glove. Probably scored as an error.
Now batting number 5.
And bases are loaded with one out, top of the order for the Warhawks, Lucas Nunnikov. Any type of hit to the outfield will score at least one. Guess maybe not a shallow pop-up to right field. First pitch is popped up. This is drifting back towards center. Second baseman goes and makes the grab. Stayed in the infield for the second out.
Now batting number
Nunnikov
Tyson Ferguson.
didn't quite get enough of that. Runners all stay put. So bases loaded, 2 outs now. And Ferguson comes to the plate. He is struck out and grounded out to the shortstop. First pitch is swung on a miss for strike one. Got him to chase one upstairs. As Gorsh trying to work his way out of this jam. Started with a walk, a 9-pitch walk to Milan. Pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. Strike 2. 1-out walk to Milan in 9 pitches. And a quick single by Groom in the infield. An error by the shortstop. Got the bases loaded. And Ferguson, the DH, is up with an 0-2 count. 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Gorsh is in the dirt, swung at, and dropped. The catcher just has to step on home, and that will retire the side. So Warhawks leave them loaded, and we will head to the 6th inning. Due up for the Warriors will be the top of the order in Jack, Molnix, and Roth.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010.
All right, we're moving right along tonight. Boy, Josh, I thought for sure North Mahaska was going to score a run or two in that bottom half of the 5th, but they just couldn't get it together there to get her done. So we're going to the 6th. North Mahaska HLVTC baseball scoreless. We thank all of our sponsors for being on board.
Yeah, always tough in a tight ball game when you leave bases loaded, especially when you had them loaded with just 1 out, and can't get it to convert. But Kelderman throwing a nice game here. He's at 60 pitches on the night. He's got 7 strikeouts, only giving up 1 hit. By my scorebook, he has he's walked a batter and hit a batter, but it's 3 base runners for the Warriors thus far. And they'll go back to the top of the order. 3rd time through the lineup for HLV, and Briar Jack steps in. He's popped up to the shortstop and lined out to right field. This first pitch is swung on, hit hard to Nunnekov, and he fields it, fires to first in time for the 1st out. Sixth inning. And 1 out. Levi Molnix comes in. He popped up to Nunnekoven and lined out to the left fielder Boonder, who made a great grab on that line drive. Thought for sure that was going to fall, and it did not. First pitch is high for ball 1. This pitch is hit down the third base line and foul just before the bag. That was nearly extra bases, as that just cut foul just in front of third base. The pitch hits him. So Molnix is aboard with 1 out. And that'll bring up Peyton Roth.
Now batting number 2, Peyton Roth.
Molnix will get his lead from first. Roth at the plate. Kelderman from the stretch fires the first pitch, and it's called a strike. Popped out of the catcher's glove as he's getting ready to throw it down. It looked like Molnix was going to take off. He holds up. He had a pretty big lead over there. See if Kelderman checks on him. Lets it go. They do throw it over. Throws not in time. Kelderman steps off and looks over and gets Molnix to go back. They throw it over again, and this is nearly get him, but just in there safely is Molnix. Vanderveer threw a pretty hard tag as well on his arm, so Molnix using strong forearms there to keep his hand on the base. The 0-1 to Roth is going to have to wait. They get him this time as a pickoff attempt from Kelderman picks Molnix off. Molnix and the HLV base coach not liking the call. That'll be the second out. And Roth has only seen one pitch. As Molnix taking his time to come off the field here. The 0-1 to Roth is outside, ball one. One hits it in the dirt. Ball two. 2-1 now to Peyton Roth. Great throw by Kelderman and tagged by Vanderveer, but Molnix was flirting with disaster there. I mean, he was clear out to where the grass line cuts. Here's the 2-1 high, ball three. Before Kelderman was even coming set. It's not surprising that Kelderman kept throwing over there. Now he's got 3-1 on Roth to deal with. This pitch is called strike two. 3-2 now, full count. Throw back to Kelderman, gets by him. The 3-2 is high, walks him. And that'll bring out Keegan Gorsh, the pitcher. He's grounded out to first base in his last at bat and also lined out to center field. A quick pick-off attempt back to first again, and that was a close play as Roth was walking slowly back, and now the home plate umpire gives the HLV dugout a warning. Kelderman fires, pitches looped out to right field, and that's going to fall for a single. Gets past Wernley. Roth rounding second. He was stealing on the pitch. He's going to try to come home. The throw is well over the head of Groom, but bounces right off the backstop, right back to him. So Gumott's cutoff throw into home sailed on him, but fortunately for them, for the Warhawks, it bounced off the top of the backstop and right back to Groom to keep Roth at third. Gorsh ends up at second base with a double. That ball looked like it was going to have a lot of air, but then just dived down and got past Wernley out there and right. First pitch is swung on and missed for Kale Weiskopf. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Biggest threat the Warriors have had on the Warhawks here. This pitch is swung on, chopped back to Kelderman, who slips down, picks it up, and fires it to first in time for the third out. So the Warhawks keep them in check, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up for North Mahaska will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, and Ferguson, Kelderman, and Van Mersbergen.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, we're heading to the bottom of the sixth, 0-0 North Mahaska HLVTC. And again, just a reminder for North Mahaska fans, you can tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the sports section. We'll be live from Barnwired in Sigourney. And this North Mahaska baseball team, Coach Kelderman and some of the players will be on live with us in the morning starting at 8, along with Addison Adam from Cardinal Track. That'll be our show tomorrow with A.J. Johnson from KTVO as our host. So tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the sports section. If you miss it, you can hear it on Skunk River Radio at 10 a.m. with the replay. Let's go to the bottom of the sixth. Josh Clubb with the call.
It was actually Kelderman, Van Mersburg, and Warnley. I had not written down the strikeout by Ferguson to end the last inning. So Kelderman steps in. He singled his last time up to left center field. He's also struck out in this one. Gorsh just doubled and got a double off of Kelderman. See if Kelderman can return the favor. First pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt for strike one. The 0-1 from Gorsh is swung on and drifted out to left field. Left fielder Ankrum settles under and makes a basket catch for the first out. One away, Van Mersbergen comes to the plate. Bottom of the sixth inning. Both teams have started to threaten a run, but yet to make it across. First pitch to Dane Van Mersbergen. Nearly gets him. Called a ball. I thought for sure HLV was going to send Roth on that double by Gorsh, but they held him up, and had they sent him, he would have made it. Of course, hindsight's 20/20. This pitch is foul tipped back to the catcher's glove for strike one. The 1-1 from Gorsh is outside. Ball two. 2-1. The pitch. Swung on and single out to center field for Van Mersbergen. With one out, got a runner aboard. I'll bring up Warnley. Well, Steve, about time we check on that softball score again, you think?
I can wander over that way if you'd like. Yes.
All right. If you don't come back, I'll just keep talking. Never did get into what that means. Here's a pitch. High, ball one. Sigourney fell. We were broadcasting that game last night. Sigourney lost to BGM. North Mahaska's only loss in softball is to Sigourney. HLV right there as well, as HLV did lose to Sigourney as well, but the Warriors still have to play them again. Sigourney's been now a pass ball to the pitcher, and Van Mersbergen's going to take second, and he's going to be safe as this ball's nearly thrown to right field. This time, Van Mersbergen's going to wisely stay, so heads up base running by Van Mersbergen. Now you got one out. Runner at second, 2-0 count to Warnley. But both of those teams wanting to pick up that win to stay in stride to. Now a pass ball, and Van Mersbergen's going to move up to third, and it's a 3-0 count. Warhawks in business. And Mersbergen at third with one out. A 3-0 count to Warnley. And chance for the Warhawks to score. HLV kind of throwing the ball around here. And the Warhawks taking advantage. The 3-0. Called a strike. Warnley taken all the way there. But both those teams, whoever wins that, is certainly sitting right there to catch up with the Savages. They're on 5 years in a row. Sigourney has won the South Iowa Cedar League. This pitch is high and inside, and that'll walk him. So runners at the corners with one out.
Over on the girls' game, it is 6th inning, 5-2 in favor of HLV-TC.
All righty. Any conversation between Kelderman and the home plate up there. They're going to get a pinch runner here. So that is Spray that comes out and runs for Van Mersbergen. Luke Boonder steps in. Runners on the corners. One out. In a scoreless game in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch is high. They're actually going to throw down to second. Do not get Warnley. Spray stays put at third. One out to Boonder. The pitch is swung on and chopped down third base line. This could score a run. They're going to go home with the ball and get the runner out for the second out of the inning. So Spray unable to make them pay. Levi Malnick's fielding and charging, immediately going home.
Now batting number 10.
Boonder now at first, so it's runners at first and second. 2 outs. Dylan Meelan steps to the plate. Meelan walked and struck out in this one. Pitch is high for ball 1. And time is called as a softball finds its way onto the outfield. The 1 out of Meelan is low for ball 2. The pitch is low and away. 3-0 to Dylan Meelan. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Gorsh comes set. Fires a pitch and walk. No, called strike 1. The runner goes on the pitch and catcher didn't see it, and they get him. They gun him down. So Warnley took off. Catcher didn't even see it initially. And they gunned down Warnley at third for the 3rd out. So we will head to the top of the 7th inning. Due up for HLV will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in Akron, Perkle, and McCulloch.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust.
Hey, we thank all of our sponsors on board for our North Mahaska baseball softball coverage on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. That includes Oski Dental, Kelly Style State Farm, First State Bank, Proline Building Company, Memories Travel by Jess, and Mahaska Drug. We're going to the 7th, and we are scoreless.
Landon Akron will come up. Both these teams have had runners 90 feet away and could not capitalize. First pitch to Ankrum is a ball outside. The 1-0 called strike one. A 1-1. Misses away, ball two. Warhawks have stranded 7 runners. This pitch is hit hard to Nunakoven. Fields it, fires over to first in time for the first out. Nice play by Lucas Nunakoven. And that'll bring up Tristan Perkle.
Now batting number 5, Tristan Perkle.
First pitch is called, strike one to Perkle. Warriors have stranded 5. The pitch outside. 1-1. Pitch is well outside for ball 2. 2-1 now to Tristan Perkle. Pitch misses somewhere. 3-1. This pitch is swung on and popped way up. Looks like Vanderveer is going to come in and make the grab in foul territory, and does for the second out. So with 2 outs, send up Sean McCulloch. He has struck out in both plate appearances. Tonight, this will be his 3rd at bat.
Sean McCollum.
Kelderman delivers the first pitch, and this is just a bit upstairs for ball 1. Pitch misses high again, ball 2. The 2-0 is high, missing in the same spot on all 3 pitches. And Kolek has a 3-0 count. Kelderman winds and delivers the 3-0, and this is outside, ball 4. Walks him in 4. Runner is aboard for the number 9 hitter, Lance Milton, with 2 outs.
Now batting number 24, Lance Milton.
Milton has flew out to right and struck out in this one. First pitch is low, ball 1. Low, ball 2, Kelderman. Losing command here. With 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. The 2-0 is low and away for ball 3. And can't find it here. You gotta assume we're gonna see a visit to the mound. Here's a 3-0. Called strike 1. Milton awaits a 3-1, and this is called strike 2. Kelderman finding his spot just in time here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Miltons, 2 outs. With the runner at first, they're going to look at the runner. As I don't know how much Kelderman was going to look at the runner, or he wanted to wipe the sweat out of his eyes. It already came set. payoff pitch is called. Strike 3. Kelderman gets him looking. And we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up for the Warhawks will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters and Meelan, Groom, and Beaumont.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
And we thank Oski Dental and all of our sponsors on board for Steve Shetler Media's coverage of North Mahaska baseball and softball this summer. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Boy, it's just been a struggle to get some runs tonight because nobody's done it yet, Josh. North Mahaska HLVTC baseball action.
And the Warhawks with a chance to walk it off in this one. Any run across the plate will end the ball game. Gorsh back out there. He's got 86 pitches on the night, so plenty to work with. I believe he is a junior, so that gives him 110 pitches to throw. So he's got 24 to work with. My counts are unofficial. This pitch is outside, ball 1. Meelan had a full count, or a 3-1 count in the last inning ended when Wernley was gunned down at third. This is catches the inside corner for strike 1, so 3-1. Kellerman at 92 pitches on the night, and that's, I don't really know who's pitched what so far this week. This pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2. Chased one in the dirt there. Did Meeland. 110 per game. I think it's like 180 per week for juniors and seniors, which is what our two pitchers are. This pitch is high. 2-2. The 2-2 is called strike 3. Meelan goes down looking for the first out. And that'll bring up Ryan Groom.
Number 25, Ryan Groom.
Towards the bottom of the batting order, if you got a hitter you think can hit. Not really a spot for it because if you don't get that run across, you got to play another inning. So the pitch, high, ball 1. Called strike 1. 1-1 now to Groom. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 to Groom. One-two to Groom is swung on and chopped foul to stay alive. Groom didn't want to hit that pitch, but forced to swing at it. Outside, 2-2 now to Ryan Groom, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Warhawks a chance to walk this thing off. Pinches slap down the third base line, fielded by Molnix. He fires. Long throw is not in time. Ryan Groom beats it out at third, or at first. And the Warhawks have the game-winning run at first base with 1 out. Number 9 hitter, Charlie Gumont.
Charlie Gumont.
Gumont has reached on a fielder's choice. Grounded or bunted to the catcher. First pitch is called a strike. Pitch is swung on and popped up to left center field, or excuse me, to the shortstop. Roth going to make the grab, and they're going to double up the Warhawks as Groom had taken off to steal second base, so a hit and run, and the Warhawks get caught. So we are going to have extra innings here in this one as we will head to the top of the 8th, still scoreless.
See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At First State Bank, we're proud to support the North Mahaska Warhawks because we believe in community, in teamwork, and in making a difference. With our Spirit Cards, every time you use your card, First State Bank will donate to North Mahaska schools, helping our kids and schools thrive. So, every swipe counts towards something bigger. Plus, we're a community-focused bank, right here at 102 South Main Street in New Sharon. First State Bank, where neighbors come first. Proud supporters of the Warhawks.
All right, First State Bank, one of our many sponsors on board for North Mahaska baseball and softball coverage on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. Extra innings, Josh. This is our first extra innings game of our coverage for baseball and softball this summer. North Mahaska, HLVTC, scoreless.
Scoreless, and as the way of this game would have it, both teams ended with their 9th batter, so we'll start the 8th inning. At the top of the lineup for both teams would be Jack, Molnix, and Roth. Kellerman back out there to pitch as of right now. Not sure. Oh, waiting on the catcher, Groom. Kellerman, by my counts, at 92 pitches. So he'll have, again, I don't know what else he threw this week. Assuming this is the only game has thrown, he has 110 pitches to work with. So just 18 pitches is what he'll have to do it. He's only surpassed 18 pitches once, and that was in the last inning. First pitch is a ball to Jack. Called strike one. Gorsh, meanwhile, at 98, so he'll have 12 pitches to work with. See if they've sent him out at the bottom of this inning. This pitch is outside. Two and one. Not sure what that was. 2-1 swung on and missed. That's Steve chuckling, and I really don't know what that was. The 2-2 is inside ball 3. And if the Warriors have the pitch count, which they should, certainly going to try to work all these counts like this, and he walks him all 4. So the leadoff runner is aboard in Jack, and that'll bring up Levi Molnix.
Now batting number 1, Levi Mullins.
Molnix gets the signal and steps in. First pitch is bounces in the dirt. Nice block by Groom to keep it in front, keep the runner at bay. A 1-0 to Molnix. Pickoff attempt is not in time. Next pitch that crosses the plate will be pitch number 100 for Kelderman. And it's a strike. Throw back down to first is not in time. And then try it again. Nothing doing. Molnix digs back in. Kelderman comes set. The 1-1 in the dirt. Ball 2. I think HLV's batters are doing just as I spoke of. I think they're being overly patient. This pitch is popped up and foul out of play for strike 2. 2-2. Kelderman fires a 2-2, and this is slapped right back to Kelderman. He's going to turn, throw it to Gunkoven at second. They're going to try to double up Molnix, not in time. So they get the lead runner for the first out. Molnix in at first with a fielder's choice. And Peyton Roth
Now batting number 2.
will dig in.
Roth.
Kelderman now at 1-2, throws over to Molnix, not in time. Picked him off back in the 6th inning. Molnix big lead. Kelderman fires Roth. Roth shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitches outside, ball 1. Throw back to first, not in time. Close again. The 1-0. Roth. He waits. Kelderman fires. This pitch is high, and they throw back to 1 from the catcher. This is not in time. It's 2-0. And I'm not sure what that umpire's timeout there. Might have been another ball out in the outfield. I just didn't see it. The pitch is bunted, foul. Strike 1. So 2-1 Peyton Roth. Levi Molnix at first. Got there on the fielder's choice. Warhawks tried to turn 2. Pitch is low. 3-1 now to Roth. Runner at first with 1 out. Throw back again to Molnix. Pitch. Low, walks Roth. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And we're going to get a pitching change here, as that would put Kelderman close enough to 110. He's got to come out for the pitch count. And it looks like they're going to bring Worley in from right to pitch. Update the changes once they get completed. That was incorrect. Bringing Worley in. Looks like Jackson Doak is going to go out to right. So a pitching change was Kelderman pitched to Dandy, but ran out of pitches to throw here in the 8th inning. Well, this game has moved along at a rapid pace, but has slowed up here the last couple of innings. Probably see the same thing in the bottom of this inning with the Warriors. If Gorsh comes out to start the inning, certainly be somebody else that finishes. So Gumont's going to come off the field, Doak's going to go out to right. Kelderman's going to go to second. And Worley's going to have first batter he's going to face is going to be Keegan Gorsh. With runners at first and second and one out. First pitch from Worley is swung on a miss for strike one. Pitch is swung on a miss for strike two. 0-2 now to Gorsh. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch that cuts in there for strike three. Gets him looking, freezes him with that curveball, and the second out. I'll bring up Cale Weiskopf.
Now batting number 8, Cale Weiskopf.
Pitch is called strike one. Outside corner, just caught a piece of it. This pitch is popped up and foul out of play for strike two. The 0-2 swung on and line back to Kelderman at second. He flips it to Nunakoven at shortstop, and Nunakoven can't hang on. So an error will load the bases with two outs.
Now batting number 16, Landon.
Worley had it rip off of his glove, which changed Kelderman's direction, and by the time he picked it up, I don't think he was going to get Weiskopf at first, so he just flipped it to second. Not in time. Pitch is high for ball one to Landon Ankrum. Grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Pitch is swung on, chopped back to Worley. He runs over to first, flips it to Vanderveer, and that is the third out. So we will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Warhawks will send up top of the order, Nunakoven, Ferguson, and Kelderman.
Proline Building Company in New Sharon designs and builds a wide variety of structures, including commercial, municipal, agricultural, storage, and accessory buildings, as well as custom homes. Our customer-centered design build process ensures the project will meet your needs, however big or small. Whether you're looking to custom design a commercial or municipal building, add to your farm, or construct a hobby building, Proline is your partner every step of the way. Proline Building Company, the builder you know and trust. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010.
All right, we are going to the bottom of the 8th inning here in New Sharon, North Mahaska HLVTC Baseball on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio Facebook. Josh, what's the longest game that you've ever called on either social media or radio?
It was on radio, and it was a game in Sigourney. And I don't for the life of me remember who they were playing, but I think it went to 11 innings. 11 or 12 innings. And have you ever been in the Sigourney baseball field? The closest bathroom is a long ways away. And when you're broadcasting the game on the radio, you got to run. Gorsh is out there. He's got 98 by my count, not official. He deals to Nunakoven, who slaps the first pitch to the third baseman, Malnix. He fields it, fires it over to first, and the ball is dropped by Milton at first. He cannot dig it out of the dirt. And they go and tag Nunakoven because they thought that maybe he turned the wrong way, but he is safe. At first, the leadoff runner is aboard on the E3. And that brings up Tyson Ferguson. Nunakoven represents the game-winning run at first. He's got the speed to steal. They're going to check on him over there. Don't even put a tag on him as he was quick to get back. Ferguson has struck out twice and grounded out to shortstop. The pitch, Nunakoven takes off. It's a pitch out, and the catcher can't hang on to it. Catcher Jack loses it, and Nunakoven will beat out the pitch out. It was a ball, obviously, to Ferguson. So now the game-winning run stands in scoring position. 3 chances to get the ball into the outfield. Pitches. Roped over to the third baseman. Malnix fires. Nunakoven takes off on the throw. The ball is missed. Nunakoven rounds third. Holds up there as yet again Milton drops a throw to first. Runners at the corners. No one out.
Now batting number 2, Jack Kelderman.
And now any type of fly ball or any type of ball hit out to the outfield will almost automatically score a run. Nunakoven at third. Runner at first. The pitch swung on and chopped. Foul. Strike 1 to Kelderman. The good thing for HLV is Gorsh has only thrown 3 pitches in this inning. The bad side is there's no one out and there's runners on the corners. The pitch to Kelderman is outside. Ferguson takes second. No attempt to throw down. So the only force out is at first. Infield is in for HLV. They're going to protect the plate, obviously. The pitch is bunted up in the air and goes foul. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kelderman. And you just got to do it in this situation. Surprised HLV's not in further in the corners. Nunakoven with good speed at third. The pitch is outside. Good snag by Jack. 2-2 now to Jack Kelderman. Runners at second and third. No one out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Game-winning run is 90 feet away. It's Lucas Nunakoven. The pitch swung on and popped up, foul out of play. Keep the ball at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Gorse at 106 right now by my count. The pitch is slapped over the third base line and through for a base hit. Nunakoven will score. Jack Kellerman with a single, and the Warhawks will win in walk-off fashion by a score of 1-0 in 8 innings. They will improve to 9-7 on the year. HLV will fall to 3-8, and that will do it for us tonight.
All right. Once again, North Mahaska baseball fans, you can tune into the sports section tomorrow at 8 a.m. live from Barnwired in Sigourney, as some of the North Mahaska baseball team and Coach Kellerman will be on the show. And, an exciting finish to tonight's game, obviously. Next week, Josh, do we have a Monday night game now with Sigourney?
Yes, Monday night at Iowa Valley. We haven't decided, I guess, if we're doing softball or baseball. But Iowa Valley's fields, the home plates back up to each other, so we'll certainly be able to be up to speed on both, probably just video of one.
All right, so tune in for Monday, our next coverage of high school baseball and softball on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, and Skunk River Radio, Facebook. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Again, it's a final and extra innings. North Mahaska gets the win over HLVTC 1-0.